Okay guys, what I'm going to go through today is a real just quick introduction into this journey, or whatever you want to call it, to the bodybuilding competitions next year. I'm pretty sure I'll be competing in the PCA. My goal is to do it around April, March time next year. So I'll start my prep in January. I just want to give people an insight into what I do, because a lot of the stuff out there at the moment is focused around really intense hardcore bodybuilders. So you're not going to get this from this channel. It's also focused around people who are into science. I'm not saying science isn't good, it definitely works, has its place, but I'm about enjoying my bodybuilding. I'm about making it part of my life. It's not my entire life. I do so much outside of that. So I'm just going to show you on how to integrate everything, really. So my training at the moment, from now, I'm 5 weeks into this, 6 weeks into this, all the way up to January. Okay, so brief overview. I'm going to go into everything. I'm going to film sessions. I'm going to film every aspect so you know. My training at the moment is very hard, very heavy. Heavy is relative. So what I'm saying to you is I'm focusing on, I use a push-pull leg system just because it works better for me. If you want to train one body part a day, that's up to you. If you don't, if you want to do upper, lower, it doesn't matter. The main goal is when I go in, I'm looking to use maximum intensity and get out of there. So I don't waste a lot of time on isolation movements. I'm more focusing on compound movements, purely because you can get stronger on a bench press than you can on a cable fly. You can get stronger on a barbell curl than you can a cable curl, these sort of things. You know, you can get stronger on a shoulder press than you can side lateral. So I do have accessory movements in there, but the whole focus at the moment is just to build a lot of mass, which I think the old school way of using compound movements is the best way. Going there, trying to get stronger each week, or trying to add more reps, intense sessions, keep them low. That's my approach for that. In terms of my diet, now I used to believe in force feeding, but now I realize that what's the point of, this is my personal opinion, what's the point of blowing up, 20, 30, 40 pounds, where you're gaining a lot of fat, you're gaining a lot of water, you're putting your digestive system under stress, you're putting your body under pressure, it's not healthy for your heart, to diet down, and so 6 months of the year you're not even in shape, and then you diet down, and you're a few pounds heavier on stage, if lucky. Okay, people don't realize how much a few pounds can make a difference to a physique, all right? A few pounds makes a huge difference. You ever see a good bodybuilder come in even 8 pounds heavier the next year of competition weight? They look fucking dramatically different. So my goal is to just give my body the food it needs, and I go on feel. Now, how I work this out is, again, I'll go into depth. I'm going to show you my whole week, show you my regular eating. But what is essential to building muscle? What is essential to the body? The body has two nutrients which are essential, really. There's protein and fat. And my carbs I play around with, based on how I feel, based on how I look in my pictures, based on how I perform in the gym, even based on my routine of using the toilet, Fats and protein you need there. I'm definitely not a low carb guy. My carbs are relatively high, but again, it's all focused around my training. I will show you this. I will give you examples. I tend to have a refeed day on Wednesday because of my schedule. I'm pretty knackered by then. Get my body up, have a rest, feed it up. Everyone wants to know about supplements. I don't really buy into a lot of supplements. I have an intro workout which helps me. I think if you're just training one body part in one go, you wouldn't need it. But for me, I find it really beneficial because I'm training, let's say, chest, triceps, shoulders, okay? That's a lot of body parts. It gives me some energy. I also use it in my MMA. Again, it helps me get a second wind. So in terms of gear, everyone wants to know that. I'm very, very basic. I don't believe in pushing doses in the off season, because if you're clever, okay, you can grow into a show. If you've been good in your off season and you start adding exotic compounds like DHT compounds and this sort of stuff, you will grow into your show 100%, especially if you've stayed lean during the off season. And I'm going to show that. I'm going to show that right here, well, that's the plan anyway. So what I do is basic. How does a muscle grow? Just think about it. Test, GH, insulin, right? That's how the muscle grows. I will go more into the protocol as these videos develop. But that's what you really want. That's all you'll ever need to grow. That's what the body uses itself to put on muscle. But you start giving that in super physiological doses, obviously it's going to help a lot more. You're going to build more tissue. But the main driver of your muscle gain is going to be your diet and your training and use, not abuse. We're not talking grams here, okay? That's that. My other thought of things to know is I'm into MMA massively now. So I do 1 to 2 hours of wrestling a week. I do 1 to 2 hours of striking, which is kickboxing, boxing a week. I'm now doing karate. I do yoga. These, these use up calories. These work the body in a different way. It's, I'm about evolving myself as a full human being, not just to walk around with some fucking muscles. To me, the whole thing, competition, yeah, I do respect it. I do want to get that competition. I do like I do follow bodybuilding, but at the same time, I don't really want to just be a guy that just walks around with some muscles and that's it. I want to be someone that has a functional body that can run, that is an athletic person, that is mobile, is able to fight. These are the sort of things that motivate me, pushing my body in all disciplines to evolve. Okay, it's what excites me. Other people don't get excited over that. Other people get excited over car shopping. Other people get excited going and buying clothes or buying houses or making money. That's what excites me in life. Taking this body, which I'm having this experience in, and really pushing it, and seeing how far I can go. Obviously, it helps as well because it keeps me lean, it builds my core up, it builds my strength up. It's directly relatable into my training. It makes me a stronger person. It makes me more calorie efficient, it makes my blood sugar lower. My body's able to use nutrition better. I believe if you have the right training protocol, you turn your body into a machine basically where it's using calories it's just using them all the time. And that's what I like, because then you can eat more and you stay leaner. On top of that, I do cardio twice a week. I fucking hate cardio. I've never done cardio to diet down ever. The cardio is more around the fact that I gas out when I'm sparring in wrestling, especially. It's ridiculous. My heart feels like it's going to explode. And my strike work. Karate is very soft. I don't really get out, gas there. So my cardio, it reflects that. I'm building up my time each week, which I'll show you. I start from 30 minutes, then 35, then 40. I'll build it up to an hour. But before I build it up, I try to maximize the amount of calories I can burn. So at the moment, I'm at like 400 calories in 35 minutes on treadmill, incline, and I think I can squeeze a little bit more out. When I get to the point where I'm like, shit, I'm pushing myself massively, I can't burn much more calories in this 35-minute time frame, I'll add 5 minutes. So I'm always progressing in what I can burn during that cardio session, pushing myself, because your heart is not going to gain that cardiovascular benefit without pushing yourself. This is just a general overview of what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to take you through everything at a much deeper level, as this series progresses. But let's get into this. The next thing I'll go over in the next video will be my diet, then we'll go over the gear, then we'll go over the training, then we'll have some videos on training, and you'll see me progress. I'm a very open book. I'll show my physique. We're here, I'm trying to improve. Like, for me, personally, back, I want to bring up a bit more. Quads are a massive focus of mine. And let's just go with it, and then you'll see me prep, and I'll explain to you the change in compounds, the change in diet, if there's any cardio, what am I doing, and this will just be, a cool thing to just share opinions. I'm not saying I'm right at all. This is just the way I'm doing it. It's something I'm looking to explore, so do it with me. Why not? It's only a few minutes to watch a video, right? So until next time, guys, please like, share, and subscribe.